Hey everybody, I wanted to do a quick video on my Dutch bucket setup. I've been watching videos over at mhpgardner on YouTube, Bobby's videos. And he had mentioned that 5-gallon buckets were a bit too big. And I think he's right. I've got my first set in of 5-gallon buckets and it takes quite a bit of perlite. I've got some more plants I'm putting in the ground here, or actually in the bucket. So what I decided to do was cut these buckets down. So I took the top ring off the bucket, and if you follow the line right underneath the bucket where the handle's at, that will give you about a 3.5-gallon bucket. Okay, so I've got one that's finished over here. What I used to make that cut was one of these little reciprocating saws. This is a Chicago Electric. You've probably seen these. They're about 20-30 bucks. Can't believe I spent any more on one of these things. Got a finished bucket over here. Here's a lid that's cut. I'll show you that in a minute. So here is the finished 3.5-gallon bucket. And again, that's just if you fill it to the top. So what I did is I took the ring off the bucket that I cut. I turned it upside down. And you take the bucket that you have cut here and you stick it back down through the ring this way, as such. I'll pull it out of there so you can see the whole thing. It's easier said than done filming your own stuff here. So here's what we look like. We cut the ring off, we put the ring back down through the bucket, and if you squeeze that up, it will actually fit tight. Some of the thinner buckets it's kind of hard. I've got a pickle bucket over here which is a little bit thicker, which is nice. But what I did is I came back through and drilled some holes and just popped a few rivets in there. So this Dutch bucket I've turned from a 5-gallon Dutch bucket, which takes quite a bit of perlite that's really not needed, quite honestly, and turn it into about a 3.5-gallon. So if you're just putting a few Dutch buckets in, it wouldn't be a big problem. But if you're putting, 10 or 20 in like I've got, or more like Bobby's got, this would be quite the cost saver. I think the perlite's going for about $20 to $25 for a big bag of the perlite. Now to make the lid fit, here's the lid. Okay, I've cut the 2-inch hole out in the middle. And what it is, I took the same reciprocating saw and I cut a pie slice out of the top of the lid. So the lid goes on like such, and this will actually squeeze together once the lid is on correctly. Which again, it's hard filling your own stuff and doing everything one hand. Anyway, you get the idea. Make a pie slice, and this will come back and fit snugly. This will all snug down. And there you go, Dutch bucket. From 5 gallons down to 3.5 gallons. Maybe save you a little bit of money, and hell, it's still got a handle on it. Thanks for watching. Go over and check Bobby's videos out at mhpgardner. Thanks.